So I have to summarize the talk. I mean, to learn how to apply angio-based physiology to optimize patient selection for PCI. I think that you had a beautiful analysis by Gabriel Scanet, and clearly you have seen the power of that technology. And indeed, you can defer some vessel, which is important. We are not there to put metal in every patient. That's the patient of Fessal with these eccentric lesion in an elderly patient. There was no reason to put metal at that age in that patient for this lesion, and the same was true for the lesion in that vessel. The result after that was perfect. With 95, you know that the vessel-oriented composite endpoint will be very low, around 3.2, 3.5. I like that slide because it's not easy to answer. I'm not going to describe again, but I think you can put that in your frontal lobe, or in your retina, because that's really how to use it. It was not an easy question, but he responded beautifully. And he showed us how you can transfer the syntax core anatomic in a functional syntax core and somewhat downgrade that three-vessel disease, which we know from the syntax 2 is beneficial. I love also these slides. Keep that slide. These slides are available, how to calculate without a planner in a very simple way that the third lesion should not have been treated, because if you treat the first two, you get already a QFR of 0.9. What is EG coating? We should not forget that this is a symposium of SINOMED. I mean, they were very generous to let us introduce the QFR, so powerful. You have all seen. If you want to know more, you go to Christophe. He will explain that in much more detail, but it is a beautiful technology because many years ago, I called him on Christmas Day, I think, to say, what is this coating and why you call that electrografting? And he did something which is not easy. He connected the polymer with the metal by a covalent binding. And yesterday, again, he was telling me how much energy in kilojoule you have to break these things. So it's a very robust technology, beautifully illustrated and explained by Peter Smith. Again and again, I mean, you should realize that Dr. Sun, a PhD of Scrip in San Diego, has the idea that the drug should be released quickly because you have to give the chance to the endothelium to come back. You want to inhibit the restenosis process, but you want to have the endothelium very quickly. That's the reason why the drug release is fast, to get these good endothelium, and we have to rely on that. And we will need long-term data because, you know, permeability of the endothelium in the early phase may have some impact on late neurostenosis. I'm finishing, I guess, on this slide. This is a trial who just started. We have the trial manager in the room. It's amazing that so quickly we get this 140 patient, and it's a slide dating from a few days. I think by now it's 160 or 62. And you see, I'm a little bit chauvinist being Belgium. I see a lot of Belgian people there, but I have been also working 40 years in the Netherlands, and I'm not in Highlands, so there is some conflict of interest here. Yeah, I think it's my last slide, and I thank this wonderful panel who has entertained us on the scientific, very important point. Thank you.